Hey guys, how's it going? It is March. We are out of February. In my mind, that means we're out of winter. And it is 63 degrees today in New York in like the very first few days of March. I'm on my front porch. It's so nice outside. And I'm just kind of chilling here on my little porch swing. But I thought I would come back and give you guys an update on all of the crochet projects that I finished in February, because I feel very accomplished. So I thought I would show you guys what I've done, and then maybe talk about what I'm going to work on for March, because the work is never done, right? There's always something else to do. So let's get to it. I did want to just say I've posted 2 crochet videos in the last week or so. I have gotten so much attention and so much love and so much encouragement from the crochet community. I think I've had 30,000 views on my 2 videos, 2,000 new subscribers. So by the way, hi, hello, welcome to all of you guys. Hundreds of comments. I think in my first video, or the last one maybe, I said I'm going to respond to everybody in the comments, and suddenly I'm like, oh god, there's like 1,400 comments. So I appreciate everything. I'm reading everything you guys are saying, and what a great community. So I appreciate it, and if you're new here, please, subscribe to the channel. There's lots more to come. If you're watching my videos about crochet but you're a plant person, don't you worry. I'm sitting out here on my front porch and planning all the things I'm going to do for my planty porch for 2024. So thank you to everybody. It's very nice and very much appreciated. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what I did in February. The projects I completed in February. I'm really happy. Andrew and I are about to go to Portugal. We're leaving in 3 days. We're going to be gone for about 10 days, and after we get back, spring will be coming. We're going to be opening the pool. It'll be soon time to dive into gardening and moving my plants outside and doing all the planty things. So I wanted to kind of wrap up some of the stuff I was working on through the winter, and I did. So I'm going to show you guys. Okay, got 4 things to show you, and I'll explain what I used to do these 4 projects. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Alright guys, so the first thing that I finished in February, I told you I was going to do it in my first crochet video. I finished my baby blanket here that I did with the Lion brand respun yarn. I am so happy with how this turned out. Everything that I did this month is granny square style, and they're all sort of continuous granny square style. So this is the first, and let me just show you guys. I'm so happy with this blanket. Want to take a look? Get a little closer. Let me see. I think it looks so good. So I have not been counting how many skeins of yarn I use. That's something I'll do moving forward. But I think I probably bought 3 skeins of each color for this blanket. It's 40 by 40 inches, and I had a little bit left over of both colors. I think I used 3 skeins of each. So it looks so good. It was so easy to do. And then when I finished it off, I just did a half double crochet border. I was gonna do a single crochet, but I had been doing so much with the granny squares that I was like, how do we do a single crochet again? And the very first stitch I did, I was like, nope, that was a half double crochet, and I liked how it looked. So we've got this half double crochet border all around. I have a plan for this blanket. I'm not gonna tell you guys what the plan is, just in case anybody that I know is watching, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. And this is the yarn, the Lion brand respun. So this is a different color. I'm working on my big baby blanket for Andrew with this one, but this brand is great. And I used a 10mm crochet hook with this one. Oops. So, done. So the next two pieces that I finished are actually part of the same project, which is my temperature blanket, my granny square temperature blanket. I may have actually just finished my February square today, but we don't have to worry about that. We'll pretend like it all happened in February. I did finish January in February, so I think it's worth showing you guys. So this is what I have so far from my temperature blanket, and let me tell you, it's going to be a big blanket. I'm doing the same thing with this blanket. I'm doing a continuous granny square for each month. So each day is one round, and I'm doing one square essentially for each month. My plan is to connect them, so 3 months across with 4 rows. So I thought I would show you. So this is January. January is done. And I live in New York. I live just about an hour north of New York City. And this is January. What do you guys think? Trying to get some decent light. I've got sunset hitting me here, but this is my January. If you were curious about what I was doing with this blanket, I did sort of talk about it in my first video, which I'll link below, but I've mapped out the colors I'm using, and I'm utilizing yarn that I already have. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on a temperature blanket, but this is January. I think it's really fun, and literally as you're making it, you remember like this huge white portion in the middle. That's when we got 14 inches of snow and I couldn't get out of my house. Like, I remember that week very well. So there's my January. And then I just today finished February. So the colors start to change. This is my February blanket. I don't know. I really think it's cool. Andrew thinks that February looks hideous. And maybe it does. Maybe it's not the most beautiful square we've ever seen. It's a lot of purple and yellow. But look at that in the light. I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited to see how the year looks visually. I wanted to make a temperature blanket. I wanted to use inexpensive yarn, sort of that I already had. I didn't want to break the bank to start a project that was going to take the entire year because we're only in March. You know, I'm hoping I'll finish it, but we'll see. So I used what I had. Sort of following the rainbow spectrum of color, like it's sort of predictable in that way, but I'm having fun doing it. I really am. And yeah, February is a little ugly, but you know, so is the weather, right? So it reflects, it reminds me of how the month was. So February is done. I am not going to start March until we get back from Portugal because we're going to be gone until about the middle of March. And I need a break, and I wanted to wrap up these projects. So I feel good knowing that not only did I finish my baby blanket, but I also finished January and February. 2 months down, 10 to go. Crochet hooks falling everywhere. With my temperature blanket, I just thought I would show you guys the yarn I'm working on each project with. So I'm using loops and threads, the soft classic acrylic. I buy this at Michael's. I don't know if this is their proprietary brand or if they just sell a lot of it, but you can get it from Michael's if you live in the US. And with this I use a size 6 or a 6mm crochet hook. So those are done. We'll start up with the March blanket in about the middle of March. And then I wanted to show you guys in follow-up to my last video, the last project I finished in February. But we're so not finished. Alright, so my last project is my rainbow blanket. My rainbow blanket from Ice Yarns. This was the last video that I posted when I bought this yarn. I just needed to show you guys, and half of the reason why I'm filming outside right now is just so that you can see what this yarn looks like with the sunlight on it, because I have never seen a yarn like this. It just glistens in a way that I don't even understand. It's ridiculous. It's super saturated. It's really pretty. It looks almost like plastic, and I say that sort of in the best way. It's so shimmery and shiny that it doesn't look like yarn. It looks like plastic, and it looks like something that when you look at it you might not want to touch it. Like, that doesn't look nice to touch, but it's super soft as well. And I've got the perfect lighting right now because the sun's about to leave us, but like, this is insane. So in my last video I told you guys that I ordered 8 skeins of this from Amazon. It's from Turkey. It's Ice Yarns. This is what you get when you order it. 8 skeins. They're small for $30 on Amazon. Since posting that video, a few people commented that they are no longer available. They're like soon to be restocked. So the current ad on Amazon as of the day I'm filming this, they cost $40 for 8 skeins. You can get them from Ice Yarns, probably cheaper. Regardless, I ordered the initial 8 skeins, and I wanted to show you guys this because this is what you get from one skein. For this I used a I used a 5mm crochet hook. You guys are going to get sort of all the light, which I think is kind of maybe fun when we're showing off yarns. It's now cloudy. 5mm crochet hook with one little skein of this yarn, and I measured this and it's exactly a square foot. It's like a kitchen tile size. So I'm obsessed. I'm definitely taking this on our trip to Portugal. My problem is I have 1 square foot. Each skein is 1 square foot. If I want to turn this into a blanket, realistically it should be maybe 5 feet by 7 or 8 feet. How many squares? Do the math. So I did the math and I ordered some more. So I ordered 16 more skeins. So I now have purchased a total of 24 skeins of this. And I don't even think that's going to be enough. My worry with this project is that I'll get bored of it. Because honestly, I would do like a 6 by 8 foot blanket if I did it the size I wanted. That's 48 skeins of yarn. I just don't know if I have the capacity to want to do that. Let's be real. So I love this. It's like, I can't recommend it more highly. It actually looks even better when the sun is behind a cloud, like, guys. The thing is, though, do I want to do this 48 more times? I'm not sure. I'm going to try, though. And then the other thing was, like, I made this as a square, but in my last video I talked about that I'm also making a rectangular granny square blanket, and I almost wish I had started this as a rectangle, because I think then I wouldn't have to make it as big if it were rectangular. Just as a square, it's gonna have to be big. And or alternatively, I could make several of these squares and then connect them. I don't guys, I never should have found Ice Yarns. So that's it. Super pretty. If you haven't bought ice yarns, you need to. This is what you get. Pack of 8. Each skein is 50 grams. It's ridiculously colorful. And order it where you can. Don't come at me in the comments about the price. The prices fluctuate on Amazon, so look around. There's lots of sellers on Amazon too. And with this blanket, as I just showed you, I already mentioned that I was using a 5mm crochet hook. So that's what I've done in February, guys. Alright, so that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my February projects. Going into March, the first third of it, I'll be in Portugal, but I'm absolutely taking my ice yarn rainbow project with me. So when I come back, I'll have a lot more to show you there. Then it's time to start March for my temperature blanket, and 2 other projects I'm working on are from the first video I posted about a week ago that I'll link below if you haven't seen it. I'm making a sort of standard regular granny square blanket with squares that are 4 rounds. I need 200 of those. I've done about 75, so I need to keep going with that. And I am also working on a project with this respun yarn that I showed in my video. That's going to be a little bit fall themed with the colors. It's sort of orange and brown and white, so I'll work on that, but that's maybe my lowest priority. The other thing that I want to do, and I'm scared and I really feel like I shouldn't get into it, is I've watched so many amigurumi videos. I don't think that's where my passions lie, but I'm a plant geek, as many of you guys know, and if you don't know, I am one. And I've seen all these super cute planty things you can do that are sort of like amigurumi plants, creating like a little potted plant from crochet. And I would really like to try to make one of those. I made a few leaves from crochet like the first week that I picked it up. And they were kind of hard to follow the patterns and they didn't look so great, but I think I could do better now. So I would like to make a little sort of crochet plant, and I think I'll do a video about that. Not a tutorial because I'm not at that level yet, but maybe just like a crochet with me kind of deal where I just crochet and you guys hang out. So that's what's on my March agenda, and then who knows what else will be added to it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, please subscribe so that you can see more. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can. My personal channel is Nikas Arbata, which is where I usually post. I'll put the link below. Urban Farm Boys also has Instagram, so you can follow us in both places. And comment below, tell me what you think about my projects that I've done. Tell me what you're working on. What are your goals for the spring, crochet or otherwise. And I think that's it. I gotta go to work for the next couple of days. I'm doing laundry today. I'm getting ready for our trip, so I'm working 26 hours in the next 2 days, and then we're headed to Portugal. So I have a couple of videos that you guys will see while we're away. But as soon as I'm back, I'll update you guys. Maybe I'll find some yarn in Portugal. I would love to buy plants in Portugal, but I can't bring them back to America. But what I can bring back is yarn. So anyway, thanks guys for watching. Appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who has liked and commented and subscribed. I feel like my community, my YouTube community grew. It did grow like 20-25% in a week. So appreciate you guys. And I hope everyone's doing well. And until next time, take care guys.